Hello, my love, and welcome to From Red Carpet to Real Talk. You and I have never met on the red carpet, but I'm extremely grateful to you for being here with me today. And I'm ready for having a real talk. Are you?
Yes, absolutely. Can't wait.
Perfect. So, your name, True Istina, means truth in two languages. How did it come to you, and what does it mean in your life and in your art?
So there's two reasons why I picked the name True Istina. And the first reason was that when I started writing music, it was for myself to help me heal through a really dark place. And it wasn't for, anything else. It was for just me alone. Like it wasn't supposed to go out to the public. No one was supposed to hear it.
Yeah.
So when I released the songs, I wanted it to feel like, because it was such a hidden part of me that I wanted it to be different than just my everyday name, which is Grace. But I didn't want that because I'm like, it's a different part of me. It's a part of me I don't show as often. It's a part of me that's more vulnerable. So I really wanted that to represent it, which is why I chose the name True Istina, which means true truth in Croatian. And my family is Croatian. So if that kind of tells you why, but my Baba and Nono were the ones who helped me start my music career and have supported me since I was a child with every single art endeavor I've ever wanted. And my Baba was actually the person who came with us to California for the first time. So I am so grateful for everything to her. And her and my Nono were, immigrants from Croatia, and they came here, and their journey was it was an inspiration for what I want to do with my own life.
I love that for you. That is so amazing. I didn't know that you're from Croatia. Okay, my European soulmate. Okay, can you take us back to songwriting?
Yes.
Before music videos, your performances, what did your pain teach you about purpose?
Ooh, what did it teach about purpose? Well, with my music, I was a singer, I was a dancer, I was an actor. That was who I was since I was a
Since you
little
were a
girl.
kid.
Hmm?
Since you were a kid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, since I was a kid. So that's always who I was. I was always around the arts. I loved it all the time. It's how I expressed myself. But songwriting was something that just kind of fell into my lap. It was really just something I didn't even know I could really songwrite. It was just something that I started doing to help me understand myself. And that's the reason why, when I finally decided, eventually, because it was very hard to release my songs, because I was very scared of what people would think. I mean, it was
Mhm.
super vulnerable, that this is why I do it, because I want other people to get that chance to heal or feel understood or,
Yes.
have hope for their lives, because that's what it gave me.
Yes. What is the lyric you've written that still gives you chills?
Ooh, okay. This one's from my song Wasting My Time. It's fire and rain, they come again, but the pain don't go away. Because it really is like everything you say has an impact, even if you don't think about it down the
Yeah.
line. And you don't know what you say, whether it's just one rude comment because you're having a bad day or something, but it can really affect someone's life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you've said that songwriting was your therapy after bullying. How did music succeed where counseling didn't?
I've been in counseling since I was younger. I always, like I said, I was a very to myself kind of child. I was very introverted. So I went to counseling to kind of, talk about the stuff I didn't want to tell everybody, because I never wanted to burden anyone with my problems or, be that annoying kid who just was always negative. So I did. But after a while, it just felt like I was saying the same thing over and over again. And I'm like, I felt like I was stagnant. Like I wasn't making any more progress, because I'm like, I had the tools. I had, what you do, what you think about, what you breathe, all that. But it was something where I just got so deep and so much at the same time. I'm like, all the tools weren't helping anymore. It was like
Mm.
everything had just kind of accumulated all into like this one moment. And it just kind of kept me down. And I was in counseling. So like I was still like getting a little bit of, help, but it just wasn't connecting deep enough for me to be able to pull out of it.
And how old were you when you started therapy?
Ooh, I was young, probably elementary school. What is that, like
And
seven?
how therapy came into your life? Did someone took you to see a therapist or it was your idea to see a therapist?
I think it was my mom's, for
Mm.
sure. I think she noticed that like I was not telling her as much about my day, and
Mhm.
what was going on and stuff. And I think that's kind of the reason why she's like, okay, something's going on, even if you don't want to tell me.
I don't want to have a therapy session right now, but now I connected the dots. You see, I feel like one of the reasons why you didn't like therapy, or like it didn't serve you, is maybe, because your mom took you to see a therapist. It wasn't like your need. You didn't feel like you want to do that. You know what I mean? You know where I'm coming from. And you felt deep in your heart what will heal your soul? Songwriting. So the moral of this story that we always know better what is good for ourselves. That's what I'm trying to say. What do you think? Does it make sense to you? Does it resonate with you?
I think yes, it agrees. I agree with the first part because I definitely, when I was younger, I went to therapy because that, of course, my parents took me. Like that was just
Yeah.
what they did. So of course I was there. But later on, yeah, I think there was at a point where I even said, I'm like, counseling's not helping anymore. And I think I told her, I'm like, it's not doing anything. Like, I don't want to waste your money. I don't want to waste time. Like, I don't want to do that because I want it
Mhm.
to help. Like, I want to get help, but I'm like, I don't know what I need. And there was a time actually around that point where they were looking at putting me on antidepressants. I was already on like, natural anxiety medication and stuff, but I was just at a place where I'm like, it's just not helping to talk about my feelings anymore because I couldn't
Yeah.
put it into words how I was feeling anymore.
Yes, but you could put it on paper, right? Because you were
Exactly.
writing. Yes. And have you ever tried journaling?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have,
Is it
but
is it is it similar like journaling and songwriting, or it's completely different?
journaling I have to think about a little bit more. Songwriting
Mhm.
just kind of like flows. Like I'll just start singing and then it'll just come to me like, and I won't even care about the lyrics. It's just about like the feelings that like, I'm going through. But with journaling, I'm like thinking about like, okay, what did this feeling make me feel? Like what happened today? Like the
Yeah.
details and stuff. I'm like in songwriting, like I don't care about the details.
True, you are so brilliant. You're so like self-aware and so smart. Like I'm mesmerized by you. Such an inspiration. Look at you. You can like explain everything. Dun, 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 dun. Love that.
I try.
You're doing it. You're not trying. You're already doing it. I'm so proud of you. I got the chills like from having the conversation with you. So inspiring. True.
Thank
And you
you.
sing a lot about feelings being valid. What is the feeling that was hardest for you to accept as valid?
Ooh, hardest to accept.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna be real honest. This is going way down. We're gonna hit the deep stuff, but I'm allowed to be happy
Yes.
because for a lot of my life, I was told what I should and shouldn't do, who I should and shouldn't be, what's okay, what's acceptable, what's not. Like my career choice is not, conventional and it's not sustainable. And I mean, I started believing it honestly. And I don't even think at a point, I think people started like being like, oh no, we do support you. We see that you're good enough. But it was already too late. It was already in my head. It was already, now it
Mhm.
was me telling myself, why are you doing this? There's so many other people who could be better than you. What is the point? You're not as great of a singer. You're not as great as a dancer. You're not great as an actor. That type of thing. So I'm like, no, I deserve to be happy. And that was the hardest thing because trying to be happy when you're like, everyone's telling you that you're doing stuff wrong and you're trying to enjoy your life is so difficult.
What would you say to someone who is going through anxiety or bullying?
Ooh, through anxiety, bullying.
Mm-hmm.
I think now, looking back, it doesn't really matter what other people do. That's the biggest thing is that
But
I'm very much an empath, so I take on a lot of other people's feelings towards me and I
Mhm.
turn them into my own. But I think if I had stopped like listening to them and just like done what I loved and been happy with myself and been proud of myself and not let their voices get in my head, I would have been able to like, really enjoy those moments. Where a lot of the
Mhm.
time, like now looking back, I'm like, I don't remember a lot of my childhood, to be honest. And it's probably because not I mentally blocked it out, but just I think the feelings were so overwhelming that everything's just kind of mushed together. Like everything's just combined. So there's not like single moments I can point out in my childhood that I'm like, I remember this, I remember that. Like if I see a photo, I will, but like just knowing that like if their opinions had not mattered as much, maybe I would have like really enjoyed when I was dancing on stage or singing on stage and, doing that stuff, instead of thinking about what does everyone think of me, people talking after, they're like, oh, so you're famous, but you're not that famous. It makes you feel like, what am I doing? So I think that
Yes.
was the hardest thing. And with anxiety, that's a really hard one. I still struggle with it a lot. And there's some days where I'm just like, I I don't know if I can do it today. There's still those days,
And you
but
don't do that, or you force yourself to do it?
a little bit of both. I try to give myself a little bit more grace. That's been the biggest thing, is I've learned to not be so hard on myself. Because I
Mhm.
used to be so hard on myself. I'm like, if you're not out of bed, you're so lazy. What are you doing? You're doing nothing with your life. So now I'm like,
Mhm.
no, there are some days when I just need a break. I just need some time off. But at the same time, like, there's those days where I'm like, no, remember why you're doing this. Remember why you
Exactly.
love this. Your
Remember your
reason.
why. Yes, I
Yes. I'm
love
like,
that. I
remember
love that.
that. And
Yeah,
that's why you keep fighting.
exactly. That's what I'm always saying to myself and to all of my friends and clients as well. Remember your why. Why
Yes.
power. It is very powerful. And you mentioned about happiness, that you realize that you deserve to be happy. And what is happiness to you? What does it
Ooh.
mean to be happy?
Just enjoying moments.
Mm-hmm.
I try to take days slower instead of trying to run through life like I used to. A lot of the time I'm like, I have to succeed. I have to do this because everyone thinks I won't. But now I'm like, no, you know what? Every win is a win. And if like I
Yes.
get, more people at my shows, or if I get booked for a commercial or whatever, just little things, I'm like, I'm doing something for myself. I've earned this. That's what makes me happy.
Yes. And who supports you, True?
Definitely my mom, my baba.
That's
They
it.
are my biggest support group, and they have been the ones that got me through even when I didn't think I deserved it. So I'm more than grateful to them.
Hmm. And to yourself as well, because you chose to
Yeah,
be happy,
that's true.
right? And what about confidence? What is confidence to you? Because you say a lot about confidence on your social media, and I love that.
Yes.
Even
My
when
big thing
even
is
when you go to your Instagram, what is in your bio? Something about confidence, right?
creating confidence. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Making music to make you feel. Love
Mhm.
that. Yes, and creating confidence. Okay, so what is confidence?
To me right now, I think because I have the two sides, I have the songwriter and then I have my normal, like, everyday person, is that I feel like it's almost like an alter ego, but I'm trying to connect them because it is me. It's the
Yes.
stuff that I'm not yet ready to fully say out. It's like my songs are very much like what I wish I could just say and be
Yeah.
honest about and be straightforward about, but I'm still scared. I still am. And I'm getting there, but it's hard. That's why creating confidence is finding that happy medium between the both, because they're both me.
And do you know what I like about you? That's what I've just like felt inside, that you are scared and you noted that, but despite that, you are doing it.
Yes.
That's what I like about you, that you are so like fierce and brave. That's very inspiring, true. And I want
Thank
you to
you.
know that. Yes. Because sometimes I'm saying to myself, like, oh my God, I'm so scared. But hey, Eugenia, remember your why. Is
Yes.
it what you do this? Yes, this is how you encourage
Absolutely.
yourself. Okay, good. Uh, True. You perform at major venues like House of Blues and in Vegas. What is the dream venue for you? I know about the Croatia.
Yes.
You want to perform in Croatia, but
Absolutely.
what else? Where do you want to perform?
Ooh. Okay, so my online thing is I would love to have a music video on Vivo. I was one of
Mhm.
those kids growing up. Like, I would watch every single music video. Like, I just loved that. But in person venue, I don't know. I mean, I've heard Madison Square Garden's pretty iconic. So maybe that one, or like the Grammy stage. That would be like in front of other amazing artists that I look up to. That would be the dream,
Yes.
honestly.
What about the Hollywood Bowl?
Okay, no, I changed my answer. Yes, absolutely. Hollywood Bowl. 100%. That place is gorgeous. And I've only been once, and it was for Mariah Carey's Christmas concert. And we actually got
Mhm.
it from the Jennifer Hudson show. They gave us tickets, and it was mind blowing. It was amazing. It was the best. I loved it every minute.
Yes, and you love it because I feel like you can envision yourself performing like that. By the way, who is your role model?
Ooh, my role model.
Yes,
Okay, I'll do my artistic one because I told you
yes,
my mom and I love my mama.
yes.
So those are like
Mm-hmm,
my family ones. But when it comes to artistic, I think my role models are like Pentatonics and
mm-hmm,
Carrie Underwood, Bruno Mars, artists like that. Like I
mm-hmm.
love artists that, make you feel with their voice. And then like Bruno Mars, his lyricism, chef's kiss.
And what do you think you have in common with them?
Oh. With Carrie, I think that I have her strength. I've noticed that, like, even when I sing her music, like, I love all of her songs. I have, I think, almost every single album. Like, I love her so much. Her voice is, oh my gosh, so powerful. And you feel it when she sings. Like, you feel what she's saying, and she brings you into the story. So, with mine, I try to bring people into my story as well. And, like, what I'm saying, especially with the new song, The Word Is, that one's really a story. That one's like, it's telling it how it is. It's taking you through, like, the beginning to the end of a relationship, what changed, what, shifted and what's happened and why, the relationship isn't what it used to be. So, yeah, the storytelling.
The storytelling, yes. And what is it that you still don't have what they have?
Ooh. I think that even now, the hardest part is that because I'm a songwriter, not just a singer, it's
Yes.
hard to know when my music's good. I'll be honest. It's really hard. And there's a lot of the times where like I'm like, I don't know if this song is any good. And they're like, oh no, we love it. And other songs I'm like, oh, I love this song. They're like, it's okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's things like that. And I'm just like, for me, I want to have that confidence to just put out music that I 100% believe in. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting there, but I still have doubts. So I want to get there.
Yes, and who does always say like, "Oh, true, this song is a fire," or "Oh, true, this song like is not good enough. We have to write something else, or to add something, or to like, who is that person who is helping you?"
My little team, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think my,
Mm-hmm.
my creative director, my producer, and then my manager, and then my mom. Us kind of five kind of like go through the songs and see like which ones are the ones. But there's also certain songs I'll fight for. Like I have a song called Beating Hearts that is a very more alternative piece, but I love it. It was made from such a raw and deep place that if it comes out, I'm not like, making it more pop. I'm not going to change it. Like, I'm going to keep it how it was built because it came from such a raw place.
And how did the creative process looks like for you? You are like doing some activity and then it comes into your mind, or how is it? Or you go somewhere like to the concert and you are so inspired that you want to write. How is it in your case?
For me, usually it's late at night. It's when
Mm-hmm.
I'm by myself, like
Mm-hmm.
literally no sound, no nothing. It's just me. And I'm either sitting in front of my computer, I just have my phone with like my recording on. And like that's just how I let everything out. Honestly, it really is like a journal to me. And like some of it
Mm-hmm.
I use it, some of it I don't. But like it's really that's what it is. That's what everything stems from is that it's just writing my feelings.
Love that. True. And I know that you're dreaming about having a nonprofit. What would it be about?
Definitely helping kids. I
Mm-hmm.
want to give kids the opportunities to find arts and find activities that they love and make a career out of them. Because a lot of the time, when you're in survival mode, you're not thinking about what do I love? What do I want to
Yeah.
do? What is my dream? No, you're like, where's the next paycheck? So I want to do that for kids.
True. I don't know if it's a coincidence or I don't believe personally in coincidence. So I am working with one organization here in downtown of LA, and I am helping kids for the last 4 years. I organize different kind of educational workshops for them, and I invite inspiring guests like you to them to tell a story or to educate, like whatever you want to do. Do you want to go with me next time to the shelter to see kids?
I would love
Let's start.
to.
Let's
Yes,
start. Yes, why shall we wait? Let's do it now. Let's plant the
that'd be
seeds for your
amazing.
nonprofit. What do you think? Yes?
I love it. Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you. I will send you the information. And yes, let me know when you're available. It's always on Monday. And it calls Mondays at the Mission. It's at 7 p.m. in downtown of LA. I'll send you all the information. And yeah, thank you in advance for doing it. I love that. Yes. And I hope that it will inspire you to write something down about your future nonprofit, because it always starts with a plan,
Yes.
right? And the goal and the idea. And if you feel that you can do it, and if you have this inner desire to do it, then you can and you will definitely do it. And I do believe in you. And I love our real talk. And I love how authentic and vibrant and honest you are. And you're so extremely, like, you're so smart. You're so self-aware. I love that about you. Truth,
Thank
you are incredible. Like, capital letters, incredible. The last question is, finish the sentence. Real talk is.
Ooh, real talk is
Real talk is
honesty.
honesty.
Mm-hmm. Honesty. The
And you
hidden
see,
truths.
we are coming back to my first question. Remember when I asked you about your name, like True Istina? Truth, truth. I love that. Thank you so much for your honesty, for your truth, for speaking your truth and living your truth. Thank you so much for the inspiration. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, maybe on the red carpet, but I would love to meet you in person at the kids' shelter. You know why? Because I want you to inspire those kids and I want you to plant the seeds for your future nonprofit. And I will support you in that 100%. Whatever you need from me, I'm here for you. Okay. And
Thank
it's
you.
real. It's coming from the authentic place and it's coming from my heart. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You. Thank you. Thank you. You are incredible. Thank you for being on this planet Earth and thank you for your love and light. You are. Ah.
Thank you. That was a lot.
What? Take it in, girl.
I know. I gotta believe I deserve it.
You deserve it. Okay, my
Thank you.
beautiful angel, I will attach all the links to this video, your Instagram, your Spotify, whatever you have, send it to me and I will attach it to this video. Thank you so much, my love, for being with me today. And thank you to everyone who watched this video. Love, love, love.